Okay. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for attending the first part of our party today. We'll start with text to harmonize our environment here so everybody can get settled. The text is Christmas from the book um, Living Fontaine, and it's called Christmas. Um, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace to man of goodwill. Luke chapter 2, verse 14. Announcing the great renewal, the angelic legion at manager spoke no word of violence. Glory to God in the divine universe. Peace on earth. Goodwill to men and women. Bequeathing the new age of safety and tranquility of the world, the Supreme Father did not vest the heavenly ambassador with power to injure or destroy. No punishment for the greedy rich, no disdain for the weak, no condemnation for sinners, no hostility toward the proud Pharisee, no anathema against the unwary gentle. Using the hands of Jesus, the divine treasure has powdered out of the work of goodwill, the justice of an eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth, had finally encountered love ready and willing to sublime selfishness all the way to the cross. Amazed before the light born in the stable people and animals expressed indescribable joy. From the unforgettable moment on, the earth would be renewed. The torturer would be worth of compassion. The enemy would become the misguided brother or sister. The criminal would be regarded as ill. In Rome, the people would gradually cease the slaughter in the circus, and Sidon slavers would no longer have their eyes gouged out by the cruelty of their masters. In Jerusalem, the sick would no longer be relegated to the valleys of filth. Jesus brought the message of true fraternity, and revealing it, he passed victoriously from the from the straw manger to the bloody cross. brothers and sisters, you who hear the sweet echoes of the angels' miraculously sung at Christmas, remember that the Master came to us so that we love one another. Christmas, good news, goodwill. Let us extend sympathy to all, and let us truly begin to live with Jesus in the splendor of a new day. I would like to invite you all to close your eyes and let us pray. Dear God, we thank you for this opportunity today, getting together with this wonderful family, looking forward a better Calgary, looking forward a better Alberta, looking forward a better Canada, and a better Earth. Through the construction of your kingdom in each one of our hearts. Lord, enlighten our meeting today, enlighten our lunch, and may we all be connected in fraternal spirit of Christmas. May Jesus be in our hearts and our minds, today and ever. So be it. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for attending the meeting today. We have some wonderful faces here. Hello, welcome. So today we will have a kind of different reflection. It's not our intention to lecture anybody, but to reflect a little bit about our work. It's the end of a wonderful year, of a wonderful works that we have done, and wonderful people have joined us in this wonderful year as well. And we are very happy to have you all. And for those who will be coming just for the lunch, or for those who are following through the internet. I would like to remind all of us how all this started. How all this started. Who would like to risk how why we are here today? Hmm?
Um, I think it's to understand the purpose of celebrating Christmas, all the what really Christmas means.
Hmm. That's a wonderful clue. If anybody else has a broader view, this is a very specific view why we're here today. But together, why we're connected? Well, 2019 years ago, there was someone coming to Earth to bring us the most beautiful message of love of all times. And through these 2019 years, or 18 years, pardon me, it's going to be 19. It's pretty soon. This 2018 to 19 years, many many people have been trying to follow this guidance of love, of meekness, of joy. So why is so tough for us to still understand it? There is another reason we are all here today, because there are many Christian beliefs. It's not just Spiritism, as you all know. So there is another important thing that happened 165, 66 years ago, or 161 years ago, pardon me. What was that? Yes, yes. No, the spirits. So in 1857, Allan Kardec has published the first book of Spiritism, or the Spiritist codification. So it launched the Spiritism to the earth, and from that on, we had a wonderful opportunity to be here reflecting based on Spirit's teachings, not anymore on man beliefs, not anymore on what we think, but what all these superior enlightened spirits have to teach us. And this beautiful message that we read today to harmonize our environment here is a wonderful message brought from a enlightened spirit or a superior spirit, Emmanuel, through the psychography of Chico Xavier. So, two things connected us. Is there anything else? You wanna try? I know that you wanna try, Sonia. Come on. Jesus Kardec and us. Jesus Kardec and us. We are here. We chose to be here. We could be home. We could be skiing. It's a nice day to ski for those who ski. It's probably a very nice day to enjoy the kids in some other place, but we chose to be here. So finally, why we are here? Yes, we chose to be here, but we're here because we feel like being here, right? I believe, and I'm personally talking, I'm here because I'm very happy to be with you, all of you, celebrating Christmas. Second, because we all created a wonderful environment called Fraternity Spiritist Society of Calgary that allow us to share knowledge, share experiences, and practice a little bit of what we learn from the gospel of Jesus and the Spirit's teachings. And throughout this year, wonderful year, we have so many good things to say. We started a wonderful job having more people for the presentations we do every Monday or Sunday. People doing no effort. It's not just I want to be there, but every Wednesday, these people get together, learn, share knowledge, share doubts, and we all together find a way. There is another wonderful group that was created a few years ago, but started the practice this year, the mediumship group, that we started the practice of mediumship. It was almost 2 years of studies, and this year specifically, we started the practice. And believe me, it has been wonderful opportunity to understand a little more spiritism, because one of the main pillars of spiritism is the communication with the spiritual world and our world. And if we deny it, are we practicing spiritism? Probably not. The second book of spiritism is the medium's book. So if we don't understand mediumship, it's probably even more for a spiritual society. We launched many other works really relevant for this home. We had new people coming to the board, new people coming to as workers, and we all have to say thank you. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to keep growing and developing this. I'm pretty sure that in a few minutes or an hour from now, this whole place is gonna be full of people, and this is because you, we believe in it. Otherwise, we would be doing anything else. And what this connected to our Christmas message? Who would like to share? We received some beautiful messages through WhatsApp this last few days, and we have been receiving a lot of messages from people coming. But feel free to share with all your brothers and sisters here. How do you feel about this group, and how do we feel this special moment for us? Okay, we gotta try because we don't have much time. So. Please.
Um, Just another I try to, yeah, it's translation, right? Trying to build in my mind first, but anyways, I'm very grateful and very happy to be part of this. I feel this year was very special for me. I learned a lot. I shared a lot. Seminar with Olivia was amazing. It was kind of a new pathway that opened for me. And I feel that I am in my right way. I feel that this is for the first time in my life, I feel that I am really walking towards Jesus. It's very special. Very special.
Thank you for sharing, Sonia. It's very special, your words.
For each heart that is here, long hearts that share so much knowledge.
It's so beautiful having this wonderful message with children singing Silence Night. I'm pretty sure it will be recorded. Thank you very much, dear. It's reciprocal, the feeling. And does anybody else would like to share how it feels and how this group has been helping, or if has something to complain, please go ahead.
So now that Sonia broke the ice, got things rolling, I just wanted to emphasize that sometimes we don't realize how we as individuals are important to each other. And then I guess this end of the year, we said that in our group, but it's thank you for being here, because every single one of you makes a big difference in our life. So that's very nice.
Yeah, thank you very much, Elsa.
Getting from what Sonia and Renzo said, um, just adding my own personal other um, feelings too. For me, being part of this group is it was a life change way. Not maybe I think it shows externally, but for me, like I have found a level of peace that is not yet the, but I feel a lot more comforted. I feel a lot more calm. I'm a lot more anxious. I'm going to like the practical, um, um, kind of maybe just my own like the impacts on myself. And I feel like we are a big family, even though the familiar faces we have, and the newer faces that come. I feel that most of us really are here and we're meant to be together for a reason. And a lot of learnings, a lot of learning how to let go of certain things. And as Renzo said, like everyone has an impact in each one's lives here too. So that's very important to see the group growing. Um, yeah, and thank you for being part of our family, my family.
Oh, thank you. That's such a wonderful feeling, is it? It's like we are far away from most of us, from our good ones in Brazil or somewhere else. And being here, finding someone that fulfills our hearts. I won't say that fulfill the space of other people, but a new space that opens and we can find love in it. It's such a beautiful feeling.
One of the things I like to think is that living abroad, you don't realize, actually, one of the things I feel when you live, that all of us are having this experience of living in a different country, is that we don't realize how big our heart is, because more people can make part of our hearts, and the experiences will sum up, and new people are coming in, and everything together with spiritism in my life here in Canada is so rich, is so beautiful, and we say so many times that nobody's here um, uh, by chance. Everybody's here linked because there's a purpose for that, and I strongly feel that having this purpose here in Calgary of studying spiritism and being part of the group, just gives me strength, and I'm so happy with that. And it's sometimes people see work as a negative thing, but work actually it's only good for you. It's only not only working manually working, but also the work you have to do internally to be a better person. It's only learning in love.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, this whole exchange, if it wasn't from the heart, I don't think it would touch so many people, right? And why we're doing this? Many might be asking, Eric, you should be just talking. It's not supposed to or so. But this is what we feel is the difference that we have been trying to practice here. Sharing our feelings, touching our hearts with this wonderful tool called Spiritism, which connects us to the pure Christianism, the gospel from the first few centuries. All these examples that we had, that we can find in many books of the romances from Emmanuel. It's really this. It's not about just being here with tons of people, we lecturing everybody, trying to say how you should behave, but sharing our feelings, finding what hurts us, because we all know there is a lot of pain out there. There is a lot of pain in here for all of us. We are in a planet that still struggles with pain. And understanding that we are immortal beings in the moment incarnated in this planet, we share this, understanding this, not feeling superior or feeling perfectionist, that I am better than the rest, but I am just another one fighting to get there, working hard to get there. And then we all are connected through this wonderful divine law called law of society. We also mention mainly in FSS that every single divine law has its own virtue. So my question to you now is, which virtue connects us to the divine law of society? What do you think? If you struggle a lot, I will give you a clue, but fraternity. I would say it's in our name. So we are trying to practice here the law of society. We can try to avoid it, we can try to use it as we wish. Yes, we can. We have free will. But using it from the deepest of our hearts, the more we use it, the more amuses us because it connects us to ourselves first. Every time that I do the reflection, as you Ford gave us an opportunity of doing it, is a way to connect to our essential being. What is this mentioning to me? What is this helping me to be a better being? What is this helping me to achieve my goals in life? But not only my goals of have wanna have a Ferrari, or I wanna have a nice house, or I wanna live in front of the beach, which is not the case in Calgary. You're in the wrong city. But as immortal beings, and if one of our goals as immortal beings is developing virtues, is connecting ourselves to the divine laws, to get closer to God, to understand Him better, how we relate to Him, well, we're having a wonderful opportunity here today. So, congratulations to all of you for being here. Not here, but in the daily, hello, in the daily works of FSS, either in the public works, either in the group of studies, either in the private works. This means a lot for the future of our own, first, for the future of FSS, helping more and more people to be together. And as Emmanuel says in a wonderful reflection that he makes, A spiritist society is a little light in the middle of the chaos, in the middle of the darkness of a society living in so materialistic ways. And even though, and that's the man was saying, even though people don't wanna choose this light, unconsciously they are being reached by the light. Because this light is not just sitting in here. There are psycho sphere surrounding us, also connecting us through the immortal side, the spiritual side, that inevitably will touch everybody. Many will come, will say, I didn't like, I don't agree with that. That's fine. Has already had one opportunity. Many will come, work, and for some issues, choose to leave. Either personal, that's fine as well. As we always talk, and Luis presented the other day, Renzo has presented, I think last year, the parable of the sower. There is no seed that will perish. All seeds will flourish at some time. Can be now, can be in this incarnation, can be in the next, whatever. But the most important thing is we just sow what we have. If we don't have that in our hearts, it's just going to be another lecture. That's why we don't call lectures in FSS, because we're not praying to the other, we're first to ourselves. And if we can share, better. And that's why it's so important that we share in the meetings. Reflexive meetings are so important for us to sit down and think what I'm doing wrong, what can I do better, and how can I help people with something that's already fulfilling my heart. Because it inevitable will overflow from my heart and touch the people that surrounds me. That's why Jesus wasn't, and more connecting now to the Christmas message and the virtue of the month charity. Jesus wasn't anxious of going out helping everybody. People were coming to him. People were coming to him. Oh, but was Jesus, Eric? Well, let's change that. Let's talk about the house of the way, mansão do casa do caminho, where people crazy about going in there. No, people were searching for that place. Why? Why people were searching for that place?
Because the place was there and they immediately somehow got attracted to that point of light that they were seeking. And because it was there, they had a place to go look for what they're looking for.
If we are looking for something that will comfort, console our hearts, where my guardian angel, where the spirits that surround me will lead me. Probably not to a pub, but I can choose the pub. Then it's gonna be probably my ego. But as I mentioned before, the psychosphere in this town is so big. Every 15 days, we do a work called irradiation that we pray for everybody, all of you. Yes, we remember all the members of Spirit, the FSS. We remember our homes. We go to your homes as well, praying for you. We also go to everywhere in this town that there is pain. We go through prayer to the hospitals, to the jails, to the shelters, everywhere that people in need, either in the spiritual world, such as the umbral, or the material world. And when we do that, we are connecting our work to the town. It's inevitable. And at some point, the word will be spread, either in our side, but mostly in the other side. And that's why sometimes there are people coming to FSS. I was surfing in the internet, and then boom, FSS came and, oh, interesting. As we don't believe in chance, there was something working for that, right? And this is what we have really to do. It's to have the doors open, and the more and more welcome everybody to feel just the way we're feeling. Because if we feel this way, isn't it nice to share, to promote, and if more, this is bringing us the opportunity to evolve as immortal beings, the law of society will ever work in our favor. Because there is one thing that I can guarantee you: there is no divine law that works against us. None. None. Not even one. Even though we think that Jesus or God or some spirits punishing me, that doesn't exist. We can't believe in it, but doesn't exist. That's for sure. Because life conspires in our favor. Always. Will always be promoting us to evolve. And with that said, because I think we're almost the time of the kids come, I would like to thank first board of FSS for being here today, for being in our daily works, being in promoting also the fundraisings that are important for the living, although it is a lot of spiritual work, as we mentioned, we still live in the material world. And these fundraisings also help us a lot to survive in this material world. And to guarantee you guys that we will accomplish more and more, in January, we'll handle extraordinary meeting for you all come and see what we are planning to do in 2019. So we can once again get together, which is nice. The more the better, I guess. And we will have the opportunity of showing you. And then you might, oh, Eric, I think we could do, or Anna, we could do something different on the mediumship department, or we could do something different on the um, doctrinal department. It's the opportunity of all being heard. All right. So stay tuned. Uh, Last Sunday, I don't know don't remember by heart the day here, but 27.
About January 27th.
Is it 27th the date? Okay, so January 27th. Save the date. We'll have the opportunity of allowing you all to sit down with us and think about the future of this work. First for 2019 and then going forward. The kids will come and present us a very beautiful message. Have you ever heard about the Good Samaritan parable? All of you are familiar? All of you? The Good Samaritan? There is first the Pharisee that comes, pass by, right? First comes or there is the man walking down from Jerusalem to uh, Jericho, and then some robbers come and rob him and are very violent with him. Then he is down, laying on the ground, passes first the sacerdote that looks at him and pass over. Then there is the next one. It's a it's a Pharisee as well. Look, doesn't do anything. And then comes the Samaritan. Do you guys remember what is a Samaritan? Or what was during Jesus' time?
Was a segregated kind of people.
What is that?
They segregated. Yeah, they didn't belong to.
The Samaritans were the ones that weren't good enough to be Jewish. So they were considered with no religion or no beliefs. So they were not granted to go inside the temple, for example, in Jerusalem. They were considered not the Gentile. The Gentile is another that they didn't have any knowledge. The Samaritan, they did have some knowledge, but they were, because they were not from the casta, right, as mentioned, they were not born or raised by those doctrines of the Pharisee. They were considered not good people. And then passes the Samaritan and with compassion cleans the wounds, helps the man, and take him to a place to heal him. So they will present it in a different way. It's going to be a more modern way to talk about this wonderful parable. But I wanted just to give you a quick refresher about it, just in case you didn't remember a lot about it. And this is all about what we're trying to achieve here. Because we could be the Pharisees of 2019 or 18, or the last few days of 18. We can be the ones who just look and pass. And this parable is so...
You're right.
Already? Okay, we're almost finishing here.
3 minutes, 5 minutes?
3 minutes.
3? Okay.
So we could be the ones that pass by and do nothing. But believe me, we are the ones right now passing now through our pains, all our pains, and most of the time doing nothing. So that parable is very introspective, although we see just as outside thing. There is a lot meaning of inside. So I hope you guys enjoy to do this reflexive thinking as we started here during the theater that we will have now. And release your feelings, release your hearts when the kids start singing, okay? Okay, so can you call them, Renzo, please? Thank you very much for... Okay, let me see how I'm gonna... Sophie.
Can we disconnect for now, or we are filming?
Yeah, no,
Oh, wow.
it's no big deal. Just stay.
We will have a skate, so you have to go from the side here, okay? But to wait for us. Okay? We start here.
Okay.
Right there?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's do.
Everybody this side. Okay?
Okay, and you and I were.
Everybody there. Sentar aqui. Guilherme, where's Guilherme? Cadê o Guilherme? Cadê o Guilherme? No, not yet. Not yet.
Just be prepared.
Depois da Guilherme.
Depois da Ana Clara.
Depois da Ana Clara. Tá? Mommy!
Hey, little Johnny.
Hi!
Little Johnny, it's bedtime.
Ah, mommy, please tell me a story, please.
Bedtime.
One story, just one small one.
Okay. I'll tell you a small story.
Yes.
Only if you behave.
All right, I will.
It's about a little girl
A little girl.
called Little Red Riding Hood.
Okay.
And the Big Bad Wolf too.
Bad wolf? Oh my, the bad wolf will kill the girl?
No, don't worry. He's only going to eat the grandma.
The grandma?
No, don't worry. The lumberjack will kill the wolf.
Poor wolf! Yeah.
Are you sure that's a story for kids? No, okay. Let's change it, okay?
Okay, another one.
I'll tell
Nobody
you
will be killed.
No,
Oh.
nobody will be killed. It's
Oh,
actually
thank you.
a story told by the best man there ever was.
Who?
Jesus.
Jesus! I like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, after this one bedtime,
All right, bad time.
good. So, one day, Jesus was sitting, and then a few men came to him, and they wanted to test him. They wanted to trick him. And then they came to him and said, "Teacher, what do I need to do to be with God? What do I need to go to heaven? What do I need to do to go to heaven?" And then Jesus answered with another question. He asked, "What does the law say?"
I know.
You do?
Yes. We have to love our God
Yes.
and our neighbor and ourselves.
Excellent. Perfect, little Johnny.
Yes.
But then the men were not happy with that.
No.
No. Then the man asked, "But teacher, who is our neighbor?"
I know. It's Mrs. Kennedy from the side here.
Do you think only her?
Okay. Mr. McDonald? No?
Yes, but do you
Okay.
think we may have more neighbors?
I don't know.
Oh, and they didn't know either, so Jesus told them a story to help them understand. Once upon a time, there was a boy who was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho.
I'm too good to this.
Oh!
Oh my god, this would make the perfect Instagram photo. If only I could find some Wi-Fi.
So, did you hear? I'm going to talk about charity tonight. Are you going to watch? I expect you there. You know how oops. You know how important charity is, right? We need to help each other. You know?
I know. I lost my hat. Come on, play football. Come on, play football.
Poor boy.
Oh boy.
Let's help him.
Let's help him.
So, little Johnny, who do you think was a neighbor to the boy who was hurt?
The little girl?
Why?
Because she helped. She helped her.
Exactly, because she helped her. Everybody is our neighbors, and we're supposed to love everybody as we love ourselves.
Oh, great. Thank you,
Now
Mommy.
bedtime.
Thank you, Mommy.
Now bedtime.
Bedtime.
We left the lyrics there. Now we're gonna sing. Oh no, Silent Night and Noite Feliz, same song in both languages. And you guys are gonna sing too, because we have lyrics for everybody. The kids find the Portuguese version too hard, so we're gonna have to help them. Mais difícil ir primeiro.
Não tem necessidade. Desculpa.
Can I share with you? You want to Catarina? In Portuguese. Gabriel, come on. We need more kids up here.
I'm right here.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Gabriel, we're going to turn on the crop pots there, just so you know. Eu também, eu vou dividir. Eu ia dividir com a Ana Clara, que fugiu.
Quer mais um aqui? Quer beber?
Where's yours?
Yeah, no, mine.
Oh, okay. We can all share here. Okay, is everybody ready? Yeah?
Everybody ready?
Nobody's paying attention, Ana Clara. Ah. Okay, is everybody ready now? We're going to sing in Portuguese first.
No.
And this version is actually Portuguese from Portugal, Marcos, especially for you.
Thank you.
Noite feliz, pastel de Belém.
Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. I need to share with us here. Noite feliz. Catarina, vem aqui. Noite feliz. Ó Senhor, Deus de amor, pobrezinho nasceu em Belém. Eis na lava Jesus, nosso bem. Dorme em paz, ó Jesus. Dorme em paz, ó Jesus. Eu não tô ouvindo vozes aí. Noite de paz, noite de luz, em Belém nasceu Jesus. Cantam os anjos canções de louvor, cantam pastores um hino de amor. Brilha a estrela da paz, brilha a estrela da paz. Noite feliz, noite feliz, ó Senhor, Deus de amor, pobrezinho nasceu em Belém. Eis na lapa Jesus, nosso bem. Dorme em paz, ó Jesus. Dorme em paz, ó Jesus. Okay, now we're gonna need help from the English speakers.
English. What do you mean?
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round your virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender Silent night, holy night, shepherds pray at the side, glory stream from heaven above, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams of thy lovely face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. They're gonna sing the first again. Yeah. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Thank you.
Fazer a oração final.
Vamos depois das crianças entregar as mensagens, então?
Ok, é.
As bolinhas? Agora ou depois?
Depois.
Ok,
Eles fazem isso enquanto a gente vai.
perfeito.
I would like to invite you all to do our final prayer, but we would like to make a circle here with hands tied. So if you don't mind.
Bruno, deixa o telefone.
Pegando positivo, né?
Pray. Posso botar a mão no seu capacete? Nem no capacete.
Capacete pode. Tá bom, gente. Só segura, a gente vai fazer uma rosa. No meio da roça. Renato, você faz o seu também?
É? Ok.
Você estava falando do seu.
Was not prepared for that, but let's do it.
Ok, dessa
I invite everybody, let's close our eyes and let's dive in the light that bathes this room. Let's fill our hearts with gratitude for being here together today. Today we are here celebrating the guide, the model of humanity. Today we are here celebrating all the opportunities we have to follow on his path, to enlighten ourselves, to reflect upon our mistakes and our successes, and try to be always better, try to improve always. We thank you, Lord, for the grace of being alive, of being here in this amazing country. We thank all of our guardian angels for the guidance they provide us. We thank God for our families, for friends, for our jobs, the roofs over our heads, and everything that we have, which may be a lot more than what we need. We ask our Master Jesus to help us spread the light in this room throughout our city, the country, throughout the planet. May we all feel the joy of being here today with friends, with loved ones, with the family that we chose. May the celebration today be blessed. May our week and this whole month of December a reminder of what Christmas really is, of what Jesus really represented to us. Love above everything. So be it.
So we
Well, enjoy the feast.
Agora que eu vi que ela botou na bolsa.
Sofia, vamos preocupar. Astronauta que vai pagar o fundo das estrelas.
Tem que ver, cara.